Hi Libra, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of September 2021. And I do want to take this moment to thank you so much for joining me, but I also want to remind you, as always, to go ahead and like the video. Do leave me a comment down below about your situation, how the reading resonates, or some emojis. And don't forget to, of course, subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. Now, as I catch my breath, we're going to start by pulling a couple messages from the Soul's Journey deck. And keep in mind, as I do the initial shuffling, this is a general intuitive reading, but as well, due to it being general, take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. Alrighty? And make sure to check out the other placements within your chart for more messages. And as well, I'm accepting requests at this time for personal readings. So all you have to do is look down below in the description box where you'll see the options, pricing, and my email. Just reach out and I'll most definitely get that started for you. Okay? So let's begin for my lovely Librans for money and career for September 2021 as I struggle. Alrighty, let's see here. I'm not going to take those. Money and career for Libra, September. Okay. Let's see how many I feel the need to pull. Okay, so we have 3, health, love, and pride, as well as discipline at the bottom of the deck. There's a decent amount of Libras out there who desire a level of freedom at this time, whether it's financial freedom or freedom from a job that restricts you to a certain extent, or just freedom in general within the category of career. But you needing to discipline yourself to move towards the completion of certain goals, or to simply accomplish what you desire at this time. So at points in the month, you might find yourself feeling a bit lazy or depleted and needing to kind of push through it to do what you need to, again, to keep things productive. But all the meanwhile as well, not without meaning to at times forgetting about your health, right? There's going to be parts of the month in September where you find the need to kind of keep going and work. And other times in the month, you're going to find it easy to sort of, or feel pushed to relax and not accomplish anything. It's about finding that balance, but sort of disciplining yourself all the meanwhile in a healthy manner, okay? And as well, we have love. And so it's throughout the month of September where there's going to be a highlight on whether you love your job, your career choice or choices, or, you know, your relationship with money. A lot of you Libras at times feeling ultra stressed over your financial situation and whether things are going to work out for you in the future, and you need to kind of develop a new relationship with money, as well fall back in love with a career choice or option, some of you multiple, or to move towards something that brings more of that loving kind of vibe from you when you work, when you do what's necessary. Okay? And then we have pride. I love myself and I see myself in everybody. And so it's this feeling throughout the month of September where you are pushed by the universe to be proud of oneself, to be proud of all that Libra's overcome and achieved up until this point, regardless of whether you can look back or, you know, view all of you've accomplished and say it's where you want to be or what you've wanted to accomplish up until this point. To keep it optimistic, positive, and hopeful, and to be proud once again, and also be proud of what you have to offer. A lot of you Libras looking to achieve a new job or a new side hustle, or take your business to the next level, and need to be proud and exude that level of a healthy amount of pride, if you will, not too much to where it's annoying. But, you know, that healthy amount to the point where people see your worth, they see that you are to be valued, okay? And so we're going to continue by pulling 6 tarot cards from the Light Seers Tarot deck. Bear with me as I do the initial shuffling for this. It might just feel like things are a bit all over the place or a bit messy throughout the month. That shuffle was a hot mess. You might feel sort of rushed at certain points in the month, whether it's energies or situations you're wrapped up in. Just do your best to keep your cool, keep it collected, okay? For Libra, to continue for money and career, September 2021. Okay, I'll pull the 6 right from the top. Okay. With the Ace of Swords at the bottom as well as the Empress, a lot of you will be thinking about a situation with the Eight of Cups that you had to walk away from, or thinking about walking away from when it comes to your career, or maybe a situation for some of you that just doesn't help you financially or just hinders you in one way, shape, or form. It makes it hard to do what's necessary for you. But you're going to be doing a level of overthinking at certain points in the month, or just trying to be strategic and analytical when it comes to what you need to do, what next steps need to be taken when it comes to the success that you desire at this time, when it comes to your career and your financial comfort you desire or looking to achieve, excuse me. But with the Empress, a lot of you are thinking about a new fresh start or giving birth to a whole new opportunity, whether it's to replace or to, take over that main spot in your career, or to start a new side hustle, or to take a business or a job to another level, right? To get your business to another level of success, or to simply move up in the same company you've been with and maybe get a promotion or a new position. A lot of you thinking that a change up, a switch up is necessary at this point in time. But it does feel like a lot of you will be thinking and planning for it more so, rather than making those changes and implementing them throughout the month of September. Ace of Cups to begin the 6-card spread. And so you begin the month of September, and that's the second ace, which is all about fresh starts, new beginnings. But you feel this level of abundance, or you're reminded by the universe that you deserve abundance in a multitude of forms. Some of you working a job that isn't satisfying or fulfilling, but then you sort of are pushed and guided to a certain extent to view it in an abundant way, right? Or a level of abundance falls into your lap. I feel like it's more a small bit of abundance, but it adjusts your perspective. It helps you view things in a beautiful way. As I struggle to word that, it just feels like all the meanwhile in this first chunk of the month, you might find yourself stuttering or struggling to speak, or communication just might be a little bit difficult. Don't let it get the best of you, because it feels like your mental health, your emotional health needs to be taken care of all the meanwhile, as you feel the need to keep pushing forward, to keep moving, to keep work, right? There's going to be a reminder at this point in the month as well that work and finances aren't your whole entire life, to kind of balance out the areas, all right? And then we're moving on to the Hierophant. You may also get a reminder that things are about to align for you and fall into place. And I feel like a lot of you Libras need that reminder at this time. But so you make your way to the middle of the first half of the month, and there's a focus on your routine, of some of you on your spirituality or your lack of which, that might tie into your career somehow. But a lot of you needing to take a very peaceful approach and outlook on your situation. I'm seeing the Hanged Man or woman in my mind's eye. And you needing to, and being pushed by the universe within the middle of the first half of the month, to ask yourself, do I love what I do? Do I love my financial situation at this time? Do I love the financial obligations I've wrapped myself up in? For some of you, just asking yourself things that cost you a lot of money, whether it's a mortgage for a house or an apartment, or a car that you drive, does it make you happy at the end of the day? And I feel like some of you might end up coming to certain conclusions and adjusting some of that, getting rid of a purchase that hinders you financially, but you don't love, right? And you might be downgrading or upgrading. Again, a focus on your routine and whether that adds to the level of happiness and love in your situation, or if it hinders you and holds you back from the level of success that you need to achieve and deserve at this time. Okay? And then the Five of Swords, you might also feel it's very easy to get distracted at that point in the month. So you make your way to wrap up the first half of the month, and there's a level of frustration and aggravation that comes over you. Somebody in your work environment, I feel like, is giving you a true headache. It could be a family member as well that isn't related to your work environment, stressing you out over your money or your situation in general, excuse me, as I struggle to speak. Feeling like there's a level of victory in the future for you, or you're thinking about a level of victory you achieved in the past, and asking yourself if that was just a chapter, or if you are going to have more of that in the upcoming future. And I truly feel like in the midst of the annoyances, the headaches, the difficulties, you'll get a reminder from the universe in an odd way that that victory is yours for the taking moving forward. But you need to believe in it. You need to manifest it. You need to work towards it. You can't just hope for it and doubt it at times and give in to the annoyances and the stresses that surround you at times. And needing to kind of set a new level of boundaries for a lot of you Libras. to separate certain energies, people, situations, or limit their place in your life to a certain extent, uh, at the end of the day, to benefit your health, your situation, to make the best out of the resources you do have, to make the best out of the effort you're trying to put forth at this time. That was a true struggle. So don't be surprised if there's this kind of underlining feeling of you struggling throughout the month of September. We're just going to keep it real, okay? But so we're moving on to the second half of the month where we have the Ace of Wands. So that is 3 out of the 4 aces in the deck, my friend. Keep that in mind as well. Lots of fresh starts, whether it's just mentally, your perspective, or getting ready to move towards a fresh start within your career and finances, or potentially just one of the two. And so you begin the second half of the month and your mind's racing. There's part of you that feels quite peaceful and a bit depleted, but you just find yourself overthinking almost everything in your situation. A lot of you, it's your money and you needing to pay this bill or that bill, or worrying about certain obligations you wrapped yourself up in. But being aligned with the Ace of Cups, you're going to be reminded that you are truly abundant. All right, you're going to be reminded that everything will get paid off eventually. Everything will sort of be taken care of and settled to a certain extent, but in a destined timing kind of way. Everything happens when it's meant to. And to allow yourself to as well take on that perspective and utilize that reminder when it comes to whatever you're trying to or thinking about giving birth to in the near future. All right. And it just feels like, once again, there's a huge focus on your mindset, your beautiful Libra mind throughout the month of September. How can you utilize it to benefit your situation, to take things to the next level, to increase your financial comfort, rather than allowing your mind to overly stress you out or take things to a level that hinders you at certain times, okay? Very much, again, a focus on one's health and discipline to a certain extent, but your healthy habits and unhealthy habits needing to be revisited and adjusted. Again, with the Hierophant, your daily routine. Okay. So again, I feel like, so we'll actually move on to the next card, which is the Devil. So you make your way to the middle of the second half of the month and you find yourself, again, overthinking. A lot of you feeling like a job, excuse me, controls you to a certain extent. It feels like you are trapped a little bit. I'm seeing a cage in my mind's eye, and some of you needing to kind of break free of it, or at least at times not allowing yourself to view it in that negative manner. And whatever negativities do surround you at this time, whether they're energies or people, a situation wrapped up in, just try to limit their placement or that placement in your life and make adjustments moving forward as necessary. Being aligned with the Hierophant, that's why there's such a highlight throughout the month of September on your daily routine, on your work routine, on how you spend your money from day to day, to help you sort of be real with oneself, to be completely and totally 100% honest and ask, okay, well, then what needs to go? What needs to change? What needs to be adjusted? It's time to do what's right for me. And it feels like while opinions and judgments do surround you and kind of, I want to say, bounce off of you, you need to kind of swat them away or just keep one ear open and one closed. It was the weirdest way of putting it. I feel like that has to do with spirit. I would say more so let it go in one ear and out the other. Don't take it to heart, right? You need to look within for those answers, for that kind of that intuition. Just trust what you already know is right for you, okay? It just feels like one person, again, with very similar to the end of the first half of the month, is stressing you out to a certain extent. So we're finishing up the spread in the month with the 9 of Wands. And so you finish up the month feeling quite burnt out. This is the Wounded Warrior card, feeling like you just have a lot on your plate, a lot to accomplish. Feeling a bit misunderstood in your work environment or just in general. Feeling with the 5 of Swords, it feels like you want to intuitively, instinctively blame that one person or the few people that are stressing you out, or maybe your work environment altogether, or just certain factors that you're wrapped up in at this time. But to finish up the month in a very proud way of all the struggles you're overcoming, because I feel like you deal with a lot. It's obviously going to vary from Libra to Libra, but you finish off the month being reminded to implement more self-care, utilize meditation, essential oils, take a bath, cleanse your energy for a lot of you empathic Libras. Do what you have to do to feel less wounded, less depleted, because it feels like you have a lot to accomplish, a very busy October ahead for you. And it's end to the month where there's a focus on your health once again, but in a different light. Okay, a reminder that you're a leader in the making to a certain extent, and that you at the very least need to guide the way for yourself so you can guide the way for others. All right, so let's finish off this beautiful monthly read by pulling a message or two from the Small Making Magic deck for Libra. Money and career for September, of course. Water, work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. And I was just saying, cleanse your energy, and water is a great way to do so for you empathic Libras. But a very kind of healing month as you feel a bit burnt out, but feeling like energies and situations at times don't make it easy to go through that healing process as you try to fulfill obligations and do what's necessary. But I need to just keep in mind that it's a continuing process. All right. But one more, Trinket 5, manifesting money and income. As long as you keep it optimistic, positive, and work towards what you desire at this time, I truly feel like you can utilize your beautiful Libra mind to manifest all the income and money and career success that you desire at this time. All right, Libra? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't you dare forget to reach out for a personal reading. Wishing nothing but the best, sending love and light. Hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Libra.